Hey, it's Lucas, and today we're going to be trying Banana Sherbet for the first time. Before we get into this review, I just need to make it very, very clear to YouTube that this is 100% legal medication. I will not be showing the medication in this video. I will not be medicating in this video. I'm purely talking about illegal medication. Don't age restrict this video. So this is Banana Sherbet from Herdade Das Beroccas. I know that I completely just butchered that, hence why I didn't say it in the intro, but yeah, Banana Sherbet is a cross between Sunset Sherbet and Banana Kush. I personally love me some Sunset Sherbet, and I don't mind a banana cross. I've never actually had the strain banana, but everything that I've had cross that's been banana-ish I've liked, so hopefully this is going to be good. Starting out with the packaging, like I always do, I think this looks really, really nice. This is very different than what we usually see on UK Medical. It's not just a plain white tub with a label slapped on the front of it. It's got some attention to detail on there. This little logo here is a tree. It kind of looks like a cauliflower to me. It doesn't look like a nug. I think it genuinely is just a tree. It's very, very clear what it is on the front. It says 25% THC and 1% CBD, BNS, standing for Banana Sherbet. I also like the fact that this is matte packaging. It's not shiny or reflective. It's just, that's just personal preference. I like that it's matte. I think it looks really nice, actually. So I'm going to give this medical packaging 7.5 out of 10. So let's dive straight into the smell. Go ahead and open this up. The first thing that I noticed when I took off the seal wasn't the smell, just the inside of the tub seems to be caked in trichomes or bits of flour or something. Honestly, it looks like the entire outside of the pot is dusted. The smell is primarily medical pot, which is to be expected with any bud that comes in a plastic pot. If I try and look past the plastic pot smell, I get a slightly sweet, slightly green banana-ish type of smell. It's alright, but it is overpowered by the medical pot, so I'm going to give it, honestly, just a 5 out of 10 right now for the whole smell. The smell is predominantly medical pot, but if I try and look past that, I get a slightly sweet, slightly green banana-ish smell. It's alright, but it is overpowered by the medical pot, so I'm just going to give it a straight 5 out of 10 right now. Before we grind it up, we're going to rate the looks, and actually, this looks quite nice. All decent-sized nugs and a couple of small ones, but mainly medium-sized. Very, very good nug structure, in my opinion. They're not all tight little boulders that looks like they've been freeze-dried or vacuum-sealed or anything like that. It's all looking very natural. My only complaint is that the trichomes look a little bit orange. Only a tiny bit. It's not as bad as some of the other shit that we've seen, like the Lumia Mint Sherbet. I think that's what it was. That looked really, really orange and weird. To me, this just looks like it's starting to get a little bit old, but if I look past that, I would actually give the looks a... Do you know what? I'm going to give them a 7. I thought about lowering it down to a 6.5 for the fact that they're turning a little bit orangey and old, but no, I'm going to hold steady at a 7 for the looks. This definitely grinds down to be more fluffy than dense, and the smell comes across slightly sweeter, a little bit creamier as well. It smells a little bit like creamy bananas, but definitely the medical smell is still there, so overall for the ground up smell, I'll give it probably a 6.75. It's not bad at all, I just wish it was more stronger. I got this to be an evening to nighttime strain, mainly because of the Sunset Sherbet influences. I find that really relaxing, so the way that I like to medicate for my nighttime strains is I'll usually start out at 185, but we're going to see if we can get some flavour today, so I'm going to be starting out at 160. At 160, the flavour is like a slightly sweet green banana. It's not super sweet. If you've ever eaten a green banana, which I don't doubt everyone has, it still tastes like banana, but it's almost got a vegetal sort of sweetness to it. That's the type of flavour that I get at 160. When you up it to 175 and then again to 185, a creaminess starts to come out of it. But it's not like, it doesn't make the banana any sweeter. It's still very much green banana, but it's surrounded by a creaminess, which I can only assume is coming from the Sunset Sherbet. If you've ever tasted Sunset Sherbet before, you'll know that there is a very creamy, sweet, almost sherbet, fruity sherbet type flavor. I've just pretty much said why they named it that. But with the Banana Sherbet, you get the creaminess. The sweetness is knocked down slightly by the green banana type taste. It's not like a full-blown ripe sweet creamy banana. It's got that hint of vegetal in there, which just brings it down a little bit flavor-wise for me. And all the while that I'm saying this, it's not super intense. I have to really fight to get these flavors. It's just like with the smell, it's there, but it's very, very weak. And I feel like this is irradiated bud, so I feel like I'm really searching for the terps like I do in all irradiated bud. I feel like at some point this was really, really nice bud, but the irradiation has completely ruined it. I can still taste the Sunset Sherbet influence in there, and I'm assuming the green banana flavour comes from the Banana Kush, but definitely the Sunset Sherbet is in there. but it's really hard to pick out the flavors, and I'm going to blame that on the irradiation. I don't care if people don't like that I'm saying that, but I can't guarantee it, but I'm almost certain that if it wasn't irradiated, it would taste really good. And like most medical bud, after 185, there's pretty much no flavour. The vapour keeps going, it's a decent amount of vapour, decent sized clouds, but after 185, there's just no flavour to it. Effects wise, I definitely feel relaxed. I don't know if you can tell, but that last hit really just caught me in the throat. I spent the last few minutes coughing. But I definitely feel like it's hit now. I feel the slight dropping of my eyes. There's a slight warmth behind my eyes as well. That's always a good sign for me in particular. My shoulders have started to slump. I'm definitely feeling the relaxation starting. Well, I would say that it started as soon as my eyes started to droop, and then that's travelled down the back of my neck, through the backs of my shoulders, and I feel like I can feel it almost going down to my fingertips, almost like warmth. Imagine you've taken a sip of warm liquid and you can feel it going all the way through your body. It's not quite reached my feet yet, but it's definitely reached my fingertips, and I can feel it going down past my knees and into my toes. It's a really nice warm feeling. I can feel my thought process getting slower. I am actively slumping down. I do want to go sit down right now. I feel really relaxed and nice. I feel like this is definitely going to be a good nighttime stream for me. Right now it is currently 10 to 5 in the evening, so not time for bed just yet, but I do feel like if I had another capsule of this, I could just go to bed and sleep the night through. Very often, very frequently, I would say at least 2 or 3 times a week, I have a problem. I don't fall asleep very easily. It takes me a long time to fall asleep. That's every night, not 2 or 3 times a week, but 2 or 3 times a week, I will wake up stupidly early. Like, it's always between 3:30 a.m. and 4 a.m., right? No other time. It's between 3:30 and 4 a.m. I'll wake up, 9 times out of 10, I'll get up and pee, and then I'll come back to bed, and I will not be able to fall asleep for the life of me. It doesn't matter. I won't be able to fall asleep. And it's really annoying, and it affects my day. And sometimes I can smoke a bowl and manage to fall back asleep after like an hour or so, and other times that doesn't work, and I'll just have to get up. I'm hoping that with the amount of relaxation that I'm feeling right now, this will hopefully allow me to sleep through the entire night, and if it doesn't and I do wake up at 3:30 a.m, then hopefully just a bowl of this will help me get back to sleep. If nothing, it'll just relax me. But yeah, that's one of the main reasons that I medicate, in case nobody knew about that. I wake up at stupid hours and I have trouble falling asleep and sleeping through the night. So hopefully, I need something when this happens. I need something that I can vape quickly at 4 a.m. probably. And you know, it's times like this that I don't want to have to go through a 15-20 minute mighty session, but I will for the sake of legality, you know. So yeah, I'm hoping that this will keep me asleep first and foremost all the way through the night, but if I do end up waking up early, I'm hoping that this will put me to sleep. And I don't think 1 bowl will do that. I think it will have to be a 2, maybe 3 bowl job, but we'll see what happens in the future. Right now, I feel good. I feel nice and relaxed. I feel like my eyes are doing the squinty thing. I know it's not a measure of good weed, but it's a measure for me of good effects if my eyes are doing this constantly. I love that feeling, and yeah, I am doing that a lot now. So I feel like this is overall, I think I like this. It might be too early to say, but I think I'm gonna like this. The high for me right now, I'm going to give a 7. I feel pleasant right now. Jumping into the rating, the looks I'm going to give a 7. This would be a 7.5 if it didn't look like it was starting to get old. The trichomes are... I know that people say that if the trichomes are orange, then it just means that you're going to get more of a body high than a head high, but this doesn't... It doesn't look like that to me. It looks like this is just plain old. Like if the trichomes have... Not if the trichomes... If the flower's been sat there for a long time, just simply the aging process is making it look orange and dusty, and that's not visually appealing. Doesn't matter if that gives you better body effects. I like a bit of head high. I always need a bit of head high to go along with my body high. So yes, that might be good, but visually it doesn't look good, so it's going to get a 7. Overall, it looks good. I feel like if I got this on the street, it would just look better than this. I don't know what medical are doing, whether they're doing something specifically that's making it look bad, like irradiating it. Don't know if that affects the looks. Please don't shoot me. I don't know if that's a thing. Or just leaving it to sit for ages and just not properly storing it so that it doesn't look as good anymore. But this, it could look good. I know it could. But whatever they've done to it has knocked it down to a 7. The smell of the whole nugs, I'm going to give a 6 on opening. The smell of the medical pot is there, which is an immediate turn off. Underneath that, I'm getting the smell of green bananas and slightly sugary sherbet, I guess, a little bit creamy. And I reckon that it would be nice. Maybe it'll be nicer after a couple of weeks in a jar. But yeah, it's just okay for now, so I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. And then ground up, it's pretty much the same, but a little bit more creamy, I guess, a little bit more banana, slightly nicer. 6.5 for the ground up smell, but overall, smell's going to get just a 6. Until that medical pot smell goes away, I can't give it any more than that. Taste is also going to be a 6 for now. If it was more intense, I have no doubt that it would be somewhere up in the 8s, but as of right now, it's just... I'm finding it hard to find flavour. There's a little bit of slightly vegetal green banana with cream in there, but it's, you know, it's just hard to find any flavour in there, so it's got to stay at a 6. I don't know if putting it in the jar will bring out the terps more when I'm vaping it, but I guess we're going to have to find out. This is all a learning curve for everybody, including me, and we're going to have to see. But overall, I forgot to rate the high. For one, the high is going to get a... I'm liking it, you know. I want to increase it to a 7.5. I think I gave it a 7 to start with, but I'm going to increase it to a 7.5 because as it's gone on, it's only been like 5 minutes or so, but it started out strong and sleepy and relaxing, and now I feel like I still feel relaxed, but I've almost had a boost in not energy, but talkativity, like socialization. I feel like I could hang out with friends right now, or maybe not in person, but I could like jump online with friends right now, you know. I feel, dare I say, quite happy right now. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave the effects for now at a 7.5, and overall I'm going to give it a 7. I feel like I'm going to like this. The looks are promising. The smell is, you know, it smells like medical bud, but I'm hoping that I can get rid of that. It might be a little bit difficult to let this sit in the jar because the way that I'm feeling right now is making me think that I'm going to want this often because I feel nice right now, so this is going to become a regular part of my routine until it's gone. But then the other half of me wants to sit and let this cure to let it, you know, bring out its full potential. But I guess we'll see when I put out the full review, but for right now, Banana Sherbet is going to get a 7 out of 10. If you like this video, leave a like. If you've tried this strain before, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Subscribe for more videos. If you're interested, every day throughout December up until Christmas Day, I'm opening the packed advent calendar, which is coffee. Every morning we're having a coffee and a vape and a chat. If you want to join us, it's at 10 AM. It won't be tomorrow because tomorrow's Saturday and I'm going to be at work. But Sunday at 10 AM we're going to be opening the packed advent calendar, having a vape, having a chat. It's a fun time. If you want to join us, please do. Subscribe for more videos. Look out for the full review. I don't know when it's going to be. Peace.